Welcome to another ASC CPC training video. This video is part 2 in the CPC Run Operations tutorial series. In this tutorial, we'll cover batch entry and recipe selection. From the Run Operations screen, we'll move on to step number 2, batch entry. The CPC batch entry system has many features. This video will cover the features that apply to entering a batch in preparation for a cure cycle. Advanced features will be covered in our in-depth CPC training videos. Let's start by adding a part to the batch. You can either add a part from our part database, or you can create a part for this cure cycle. We will be adding 2 parts in this demonstration. Let's begin by adding our first part from the part database. This is the part database. Part records stored in the database are located here for selection. In order to select a part, click to highlight the part, and then add it to the batch by clicking here. Now that the part is added, you will see some additional information that needs to be filled out. Start by adding a serial number and description to the part. These fields are completely customizable to your needs. Customization will be fully covered in our in-depth CPC training videos. The Select Attachments window is also automatically brought up. This window allows you to attach probe and vacuum lines to each part. These attachments are representative of the physical connections made from the autoclave. Select Thermocouple 1. You can also select multiple TCs per part if the process calls for it. If you click the wrong one, you can simply click again to remove the highlight. Click on the Vacuum Probes tab next. We'll select Vacuum Probe 1 here and move on to the Vacuum Sources tab. Once you've selected the Vacuum Source 1, you're given the option to select the action of the vacuum lines. We manually added this in Step 1, but you have another opportunity to do so here as well. Once completed with all 3 options, click the Close button. Now you can highlight the part and see the attachment selected. Now we'll look at adding a new part to the batch. We'll start by clicking in the Part to Add box and entering a new part to add. Complete the action by pressing the Enter key on your keyboard. You will follow the same procedure as before using different sensors. Next, you'll enter the part information. As you can see, the previously attached TCs and probes are not available here for attachment. Select New Lines for this second part. Once this is complete, you can click on the parts in the batch to see that they have the correct attachments. You can now exit this screen by hitting the back button located in the lower right-hand side of the screen. Now, move on to step number 3, recipe selection, by selecting the Select Recipe button here. The recipes are located under the Recipe folder. The recipe that is running has already been loaded into the equipment. In order to select a new recipe, highlight the recipe you want to use in the Recipes folder by clicking it. Then, click Transfer to Autoclave. You will immediately receive a confirmation window explaining that you have transferred the recipe into the equipment. Click OK to acknowledge. Once this is completed, click the Back button in the lower right-hand corner to move back to the Run Operations screen. In our next video in the CPC Run Operations tutorial series, we will cover sensor verification and integrity checks. Thank you for watching.